I ain't even. I ain't even. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know. What's going on, people? What's up? Hey, I don't understand how these people can, like, what the hell's going on out there anyway, you know? Like, sometimes when you're driving around and you see, like, all kinds of the craziness that is people, it's like you just don't understand. I don't know. I ain't getting into all that now. I don't want to. How y'all doing, people? It's a new week. It's another week of Florida stupidity. It's another week of one a day craziness. I got more planes. How about y'all guys? You got more planes? I was working on something to try this week, and I failed. I failed miserably. Actually, I didn't fail. I kind of didn't get it done. So now I'm without, which means you're without. I don't care. I'll fix it. You'll see it next week. Maybe. Look out now. You might see it later on. But let's not go too crazy here. I'm trying to fix something right now. Because I realized I didn't have that on. There we go. Yeah, studio lights. Whee! Who cares? You don't really make it see much of a difference if the light comes from one angle or the other angle. Oh, and I canked it up so you can see like an arch. I gotta fix that too. So yeah. So what's going on with y'all? Anything new? Anything exciting? Anything stimulating? I ain't got none of that myself, so you know. But well, I did manage to like build a couple planes that I wasn't happy with. So were they dumpy? Yeah, they were kind of dumpy. Yeah, they were kind of like I couldn't believe what I did to get them out. Like I think what I did was I built stupid. I mean, really, well, I didn't try to build something I was capable of, and it turned out wrong. And I mean, ultimately, I know what I should have done is I should have like stopped the design, you know, and whatever. It didn't really matter. The planes multiple, like I was trying to use them for the one a days, and now, which is what I feared, is like I'm not gonna have some, just like the last time we did this. I'm not gonna have some that run down the list, so like you won't be able to see them consequentially. Which I mean, ultimately, you would find that anyway, but like I was hoping that this one would be different, and I would go through it, and I would like, you know, 360 planes later, I'd have all the planes, you'd see all the planes, la-di-da-di-da. Well, didn't work out that way. So, now I'm screwed. Look at that. Yeah, so it's just designs I was unhappy with. Like I was really hoping that they would turn into something, and they were utter crap. So in the burn pile they went. I mean, they didn't even fly good indoors. So I suppose you can kind of say I expected that. You know, you get to a certain level. You get to a certain level, and you figure like, you know when it's coming. And I mean, I just mean like in your careers of doing it, as it were. And well, I got past that, and it was like building these in like too many folds, too much tape, too little tape, all that crap. And I know y'all have experienced that too. So yeah, I was just unhappy with the whole situation, so I just trashed the birds. I only 3, but again, I kind of felt like this is something I probably shouldn't be doing at this time. You know, trying to get some cool stuff done here. Trying to build these, trying to keep up with one of the days, and I'm doing crap like that. It's like amateur stuff, but whatever. Mark will attest to that. He's done planes like that. So I've done planes like that. I don't want to be in that kind of position where I'm having to, you know, build these and be disappointed with them that I don't have any other chance but to destroy them, you know. basically that's kind of a segue into the tech talk, because it was me trying to introduce tech to a plane that probably shouldn't even have had it that got it started to begin with. I trying something new. I mean, we all like to experiment. So I was trying to experiment, and it failed. And the thing is, I kept on. And I know y'all heard about it last time. I was working on this, like it's a couple weekends old. Like I was into it till last time, and I had this new design, and well, I mean, I tried it, and again, it just freaking failed. It's like I shouldn't be this bad, but whatever. So yeah, there's Diamant. Diamant, whatever. Key point here is this thing is one of the reasons why I'm a little disappointed. I was trying to work on something along the lines of this, and it just didn't turn out. It just didn't become what I wanted it to become. And if you guys, I'm sure you guys have had issues of your own with certain planes and certain things, and oh my god, I don't mean to be rambling, but I'm just like, like I said, it kind of, like when you're building, when you're building and you have your ideas, you figure nothing can stop you. You're like, okay, well, I know what this is going to be. I know what I'd like it to be, so I'm going to keep on keeping on and see if I can turn this into something. And, well, it didn't. Like 3 times it didn't. It was so unnerving. So, yeah, I scrapped it. I scrapped those. I was just all aggravated. And mostly because, again, like, I was looking forward to coming out of this one and actually having all the planes to look at. And kind of also a segue, I was accused of not putting up too many flight videos, and if you remember correctly, I mentioned this last week. It said like, okay dude, weather, we were having like up north here we have like 4 hours of daylight. Not really, but I mean we don't have a lot of daylight, and I work during most of those. So if I do any flights, it's going to be indoors. So you're really just not going to catch much in the way of flight videos. I'm sorry. And on the weekends, oh man, dude, it's like being down in Florida, man. Weekends are not cooperative. Most of the times I'm having to deal with is just too bloody windy. I can go out there and fly when it's windy. But what the hell's the point? You're not going to find anything, and the planes are going to fly like totally differently than what they should be doing in the first freaking place. So I screw it. I'm not going to fly in that. Like certain planes are going to fly good in that weather, and I mean that's great, but I mean you're also going to have a whole bunch of flights that totally weren't expecting, because that's not what these frickin' planes do, So again, that's just screw it. I'm not playing that game. I'm not gonna throw them in some wind and get them to do something and or build like NASA style birds that just suck. I know. Hi, Robert. Yeah, I know. I understand. I mean, well, did you do the ones that I've already put up on my other channel, my personal channel, for SIO? If you built those, then I mean, you could build Nimbus, Cirrus. Well, okay, phase 1 you got to go back through. It's one of our weekly shows, but I mean, if you did, I got you, man. I got you. I understand. And again. But see, I won't do too many how to builds on this show unless we're doing well, a feature. I guess what would you call a feature? Like, okay, let's learn how to build the Cyclops or something like that. So, oop, did I let the cat out of the bag? No, we're not building the Cyclops. But like Hagattacker was also done too. I mean, and again, that's all right. That's not mine. That's technically Mark's. But I mean, I'm not. Oh, good God! I'm thinking about like putting those planes up there for all to see anyway. Wait. What beautiful plane? Which one? The Cirrus or this damn little kite thing right here? I know, I'm quite proud. I like Diamant, man. This little thing, I'm very fascinated with it. It's probably not the one you're talking about. I don't care. I'm talking about it. I love the way this one came together. Like, just at a time when I needed it. I'm so obsessed with tails. Ain't we all obsessed with tail? But I like putting the tail on there. It gives it that extra little oomph, and like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Um, I have you know I'm in the background trying to get this piece of paper to work. So I still haven't gotten anything to taper yet. Hey, am I calling it taper now that you don't call yourself taper to paper anymore? I mean, is it really? I'm don't bother with that. I know, dude. I know, dude. I'm so God, man. I got a lot of like friends who's texting me and stuff because they know he's like. I don't really call anybody an idol, but like he's probably the closest thing. I met him once, a long time ago when I was a kid, back in Bergstrom Air Force Base. I was young. I knew about him, and like, yeah, he was down in there. I believe that was the time he was promoting the F-20 Tiger Shark. Um, just a cool dude. I love reading about what he did and stuff like that. Everybody to a man that told me about it was like, damn, I thought he was dead already. Well, yeah, you get that a lot when you're like as old as the hills, but like Betty White, ain't she dead? No, wait. Oh, knock on the wood because this is 2020 and I might have just killed her. Sorry, people. I'm sorry. That was horrible. That was horrible. Please, Grim Reaper, don't make a visit to our favorite girl, Golden Girl. Whatever. I cannot believe I actually said all that crap either. But just don't kill Betty White. Thank you. All right. Hail Satan. Whatever. Anyway, you never know who you're talking to when you deal with the Grim Reaper. You know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah. You're like, man. I was hoping he was doing something, cool still. I discovered it was like it was in one of those little trending bubbles. Saw trending, and I was like, oh hell, this ain't good. As soon as I'm like, dude, if you see a name in a trending bubble this year, it's like, well, it ain't gonna be good. what? Prepare to be disappointed. Round 3, fight. God. I knew it as soon as I saw it. I was like, this can't be good. And because I know he's old. I knew he was old anyway, so, like, screw it. Like, just prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and yeah, he's dead. I'm like, damn. I was really hoping he did something else extraordinary, like they put him back in the cockpit one more time. Because, seriously, that would have been cool. How many 97-year-olds you see flying around in, like, an F-15 or whatever he would chose to fly? Probably an F-22, right? Wouldn't they give him an F-22? I don't know. But I was hoping against hope. It was like, yeah, they let him fly something cool. No, he dead. I was like, son of a bitch. Like 2020 strikes again. 2020, man. And it's like just doing all the taking. It's no giving, all taken. Man, this year sucks. We just strike this one from the history books. I'd like to be found this year, 100 years from now, and they look through the history books, and like there's this. They mentioned COVID-19, which started in 2019, but then they conveniently skipped right through 2020, and I was like, it's funny how this year didn't seem to exist. The digital age kept track of everything, but we can't find anything happening. A couple people died, but this guitar player and this guy that played a super spy, but other than that, I can't, where did this year go? Yeah, that's what happened. He wasn't he wasn't always like that, dude. Maybe it's because I was a kid. I mean, because I was a kid when I met him, but like he was pretty. But you got to understand, that's like the that's like the attitude of the fighter pilot, and especially a test pilot. You have to have it, man, dude. All the ones like F-15 pilots, those are some cocky sons of bitches, but they have to be. You gotta believe you're God's gift, because you can't, if you're in. I mean, yeah, we're not in like combat all the time. Not like Israelis guys. Those guys are great. But I mean, you got to pretend you're infallible. You're like, God's gift to flight, because if you're not, you're dead. So, and test pilots have probably been touched by God and the devil himself to get done what they did. I mean, you're talking about people who, their first time doing anything ever. And there are people that just say, like, I got to go for it, and people that just, I mean, it takes a certain breed. I couldn't do it. Not like that. I mean, I look back on it and you say, like, it would be cool. But, I mean, seriously, you got to have a certain degree of a death wish to go in and be the first one to try to do something nobody's ever done before, I'd like to have a safety net. I'll be the second. I don't want to be the first. I'm just not built that way. I mean, of course, there's a few things, but I don't. I'm not talking about like, yeah, we need you to fly a plane. I mean, a rocket with wings, and you need to barely control it, and hope to Christ you break past an invisible barrier that seems to be killing all your peers. Want to give it a shot? You know, again, what about that screams to you like, yeah, I'll take it. You're not even getting a pay raise. What again? You do something like that, and you feel like, yeah, this is what makes you legendary. This is your one chance. This is your, Achilles moment. So, I thought Joe White was. I'm not entirely sure. I think it might have been Joe White. I know Joe White's got like more time in the X-15 than anybody else, but I'm not sure if he was the first. I have to look back on that. I mean, those guys too. Again, you're dealing with a whole bunch of dudes, just incredible at what. And it's not just that. There's so many other things, of course, but I mean, it just certain levels of this stuff. Like you're the first person to throw a football versus the first person to fly a rocket. You have to. Hell, the first person to beat another person with a stick of bone or whatever was probably like, oh, what would I do? I always thought the first person that invented clothes was an idiot. Whoever it was, seriously, you reckon the first person? I don't know. Like we talked about this a while ago, but okay, tangent time. Seriously. There was probably a while back when we were all like naked, right? And like, gee, think of how handy that was for doing basic stuff like pottying. You had to take a piss, you didn't have to, no toilets, just drop, squat, and do it, right? But some dickhead down in history decided clothes was a good idea. Now we gotta take them damn things off. I mean, for real, dude. What? How? In case you hadn't noticed, we've been getting lazy. Like lazier and lazier. Everything we've invented is to make us lazier as a species, as a human race. And the dude or chick or whatever it was, woolly mammoth, that invented clothes, God, is a moron. I mean, we can get into a whole bunch of things that was a moron, like the dude that invented money, the dude that invented religion, the dude that invented spaghetti strainers. But for real, I mean, dude, clothes, that was a bad idea. Anyway, that tangent. I like the Chinese because the Chinese invented paper planes. And let's get back on topic. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, did you meet him or something? You sound like you were almost like, you sound like you were struck by him or something like that. Like because again, I did. He was nice to me, but then again, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a long meeting, and it wasn't like just. I don't know. It's what he did more than who he was. I mean, I could look past a lot of things because I mean, dude, for real, we're part of the human race. And in case you ain't noticed, there's like 7 billion of us, and usually about 6 billion plus of them are a bunch of dickheads at one level or another. So. Present company notwithstanding, but still, I'm just saying, I can take it with a grain of salt. I understand. But like you almost sound like you were personally like, yeah, that dude, he wouldn't sign an autograph for me, so piss on him. I don't mean something as little as that, but I mean like he's probably no Emmett Smith. Oh, Emmett Smith is a true dick. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like we're not getting into that kind of topic either. So just screw it. Screw it. So I'm building something back here. Why? 'Cause I don't know. 'Cause I can. Yes, I can. my one a day. I had to get my one a day done, so I'm building it back here. I don't know why. What is today's date? It's the 9th. In my job, I have to write the date repeatedly, over and over. Do you have to say repeatedly when you say over and over? It's the exact same word, just different. So I'm sounding. It's like said it again, which is redundant to say it again. Now I'm just being a doofus. All right, but yeah. I was too young and stupid, okay? I probably didn't know that he was being an arrogant prick, but then again, I still believe that, like, in their kind of situation, you can be an arrogant prick. I mean, hell, everybody's an arrogant prick. This show is not for kids. I would like to get one of those little heads. I'd like to get one of those little heads in the background every time. It's like, this show is not for kids. It's kind of like Toasty. That guy that comes up right there. Yeah. Anyway, what? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I know the dude that was basically an air museum guy. Like he should be there, dude. Yeah. I mean, okay, that sets a precedent, I suppose. But I mean, mine was. I saw him at an air show. Like I said, it was an open house. I don't know if it was like, because again, I was a kid. I didn't pay attention to anything, but like, ooh, airplanes. Ooh, I like airplanes. This was back in the day too. I mean, like air shows in general. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, air shows are cool. All right, I have been to a lot of air shows because I've been in a military family most of my life. But the thing is I've been to, like, you could argue as to what level of coolness they are. I'd like to think that, I mean, a lot of people are going to say, like, dude, if you were in a World War I aero circus or a World War II air show, I don't mean now with the retro warbirds, but I mean, like, back then, it's like, they were really cool, and you could argue about it and say, like, yeah, well, jet fighters doing it are cool and blah, blah, blah. But the truth of the matter is like, it was cooler because there was a wider variety of planes. Like, I look back through my photos of some of the ones sitting on the flight line, and it's like, take a picture of every one, and I can go through a roll of 36, back in the day before digital cameras, go through a roll of 36 pictures on my film of one plane each, and have a problem picking out some because I'm going to leave a couple out. Nowadays, 12 pictures gets every plane on the flight line. If the Air Force brings every plane, because the inventory is so, put together, it sucks. I don't know. I hate that garbage, man. I hate it. It sucks. I know it's for, like, keeping the money. It's funny how they always talk about how it's like, saving the money. We're saving the money down. Like, okay, so it's, yeah, there's my piece of grass plane. Like, looks like grass. Actually, for some odd reason, it looks like I either painted under or it's jeans in it. It's really weird. But I mean, like, I just, it's funny that's how, they talk about saving money, and yet all their programs are ridiculously fucking expensive. Like, do you reckon in the 70s they said, we need to save money, we got to cut some costs? I mean, yeah, of course. Every single plane in the Air Force inventory, Navy inventory, the government inventory through history has been given to the lowest bidder, but, well, okay, most. I mean, I doubt that during, like, our war years, but for the most part. So I find, which one? The B-35 or the B-49? I imagine it's actually, that's a stupid question. Sorry, I believe it's the 49, right? Because there is no examples of the 35 anymore. One was destroyed and the other one was used as a basis for the 49. And then our 49 was destroyed. Yeah, I know. I know, man. The damn thing is cool, isn't it? And it's like, yeah. Love this little skate. Love this little thing. Love the way it flies. Flies really cool. I like crank some crank some good flights out of this thing, and it does not disappoint. Just short to medium range. It takes a while to get that curvature, because I try to make sure it has the curve. You know, dude, fingers follow me. But that curve tip, because they don't have it, so they all do that though. I mean, it's a point to try to make them have, like, they have to have it. See, it's sharper on this one, but it also points it on the way down. Gives them really good flights though. Oh yeah, the N9M. Right. The yellow bird. Yeah, I remember the yellow bird. I was going to try to curve this one's tips, but tech talk on this one, kiddies. So when trying to curve a tip, in case you hadn't done this before, or when trying to get basically anything to cooperate, if you want to get a fold out, if you want to put a fold in, or in this one's case you want to put a curve, your fingernails are your friend. And what you're trying to do here is, like, the fold, in this one's case, is, well, it's not too sharp on the leading edge, if you can see that, because this is thicker paper. But, so you take it and you pinch it, typically with your fingernail, pinch it at the curve there, and then try to, like, you're putting pressure with the fingernail on one side of your finger, so you're doing this, and take it at all the creases, and voila, instant curve. And that's how she gets it. It's a little bit harder to do on the other side because I have to, but that's how she gets a curve, because I sharpen it up on the outside. Who the heck is that guy? Yeah, actually, that name sounds familiar. Where do I know that name from? Name sounds familiar. What's he do? Yep. Yeah, so I get it with a slight curve off the tip there. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to achieve. Oh wait, you'd be proud of this one. I kind of actually try to give it a little bit more fuselage. So, I mean, something this big though, it's like, okay, there's a full 1.5 inches down there. I'm gonna love you for 3 whole minutes to get this plane to stay up that long. So yeah, and now it looks like a pile of grass. So, eagerly anticipating how this is gonna work, considering how these typically fly. I mean, you guys have seen. You've seen some, like, the way these fly. You've seen the way these have flown before, right? To show you. Like this one here. That's the way one of them flew. See the way that was? You know, they're short to medium range. And that one flew close by. But you see it lands up there in the grass. So it's like a really, you know, it's really, if this lands like that close to you, unless you're paying attention, you could lose it in that. And I'm kind of hoping that would be the case. But, you know. I know. I'm willing to test it out. And besides, it does have a little bit of a white flash to the underside, which I may take away, but, you know. I'm trying to see, I'm thinking about actually having a fly off here and testing it and see if this beats Fury, and going like head to head and seeing which one's a dive bomber. But this one doesn't really 100% of the time, like, you know, I again test a true dive bomber. You throw it at the ground and it pulls up. This one doesn't do it as much, believe it or not, even with the shape it has. So really weird. By Spirit, I'm assuming you mean the actual airplane called the Spirit, not like he was infused with the spirit of building or something, like designing or something like that. I just like the way the term, you twisted the term there, like Saunders had the spirit. I mean, that's almost biblical. He had the spirit. Like, you guys ought to check him out, man. He is something. He's infused by something. I don't know. Staple? What do you think? Staple? Tape this. I don't know how this one's gonna be. There's a lot of weight up here because this particular sheet of paper is like really, really thick, like really super thick. So I don't know if I'm gonna staple it and solve its problem, or tape it and solve its problem. Like, if you guys had kept up on it before the lockdown happened, NASA was trying to work with keeping their planes free, and by he meant free by, like, having a lot of play in the fuselage in the way of he wasn't trying to tape it together at all. He wanted it to be free. And I mean, I'm a believer in trying everything different and stuff like that, but it's also like you got so much else you got to look into if you build that plane. If you're testing it with these, like this here, if you do this, what happens? Like, you have to keep track of the center line. You got to make sure that it's still, this is all straight. It's more than just the body. So everything's got to fly right. It includes that. And when it's straight, at least this is something totally different. It's one of the reasons why I like to tape it. And the funny thing is I like to tape the nose, but I don't like to tape the back end. So the back end is free, and it's strange in that respect because when I have, the few times I've taped or stapled it back here, they never like that. So, I mean, I'm into the free thing too, just not as free, because again, this seems to give it the greatest, this right here seems to give it the greatest amount of stability and predictability or glidability. So I leave it like this, and I don't know what to do with this one. I think I'm going to tape it for now. I always say that like that's the end-all be-all. Like, I'm going to tape it for now. When really what you should do is staple it for now. If you're going to do something like this, another piece of kind of like tech, if you're going to put your plane together and then do something where, like, you put weight up here and you put it together, you should probably do this with a staple first, and then go ahead and take the staple out. Because, I mean, seriously, dude. Staple's easy to take back out. Tape, not so much. And even if you do, you can cut the tape, but then you're adding extra weight to it. So, whatever. I'm assuming Starjet, I'm assuming those planes are kind of like similar to Starhawk in the family line. Did you keep Star in the family name? We mentioned that one time in the show a while back, and I said something along the lines of, wouldn't it be cool if you could actually, like, don't you ever take it back and wish you did something, like, really neat with your planes? Like, every one of them had a name that started with a certain letter, or if it was a type of plane, it started with a certain letter, kind of like what NATO used to do with Soviet bloc aircraft. The fighters were F, the bombers were B, stuff like that. Or in Maverick / NASA's case, they went with the V letter and just called everything with the V. I have no idea what the heck that was for, but man, if I had Joe Yard, Robert, I would lose this thing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And actually, I shouldn't say that because I kind of do outside. Northern grass stays green for an awful long time. Of course, we haven't had rain or precipitation of any kind in like 2 weeks, but, any formidable precipitation. But hey, whatever. I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to fly, which I can't do. Oh, like that. You mean, yeah, like this. Like these are. So, okay, gotcha. I had a version of these that actually sat on its, like, body, and this one does not do that, but they're mostly cater off to one side. You have to... Remember we were talking about landing gear? These things really need landing gear because they just sit skewed. I had them lined up for... Okay, this is going to look stupid, but it's the only thing I have handy right now. I had them lined up for pictures taken one time by putting binder clips on their nose like this, because obviously that will hold them. They stand up. They use baby binder clips, not ones this big, but of course... I know, dude, I know. It's been freaking horrible. Actually, it's not really that. There are sometimes, like we had talked about before, there are sometimes when you just kind of want to... What? Why did it do that? Okay. There's sometimes when you just kind of want to go out there and fly without having to take video of it, you know? I mentioned that before. So there are quite a few times when I said, like, screw this, every day I go out here, it can't be a job. I gotta be, like, flying. But there's also a case of I really haven't uploaded all the flight videos. So, and again, I'm sorry, I'll get up on that. Because there's still some videos that are out there that I've taken that you haven't seen yet. So, whether I put them on here or my personal channel, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, again, it's always this bad right now because we're dealing with, you know, the weather is like ridiculous, and or rather, not the weather, but the time. The time is ridiculous. I can't do. What am I supposed to do? Because I can't go out there like after work anymore. After work, it's dark. Remember how we were investing in? By the way, you should get the roundels. Remember how we were investing in the weatherproof, waterproof paper? Maybe we should invest in the glow-in-the-dark paper so we could fly these at night, because it's about the only way we're going to see these puppies. By outrigger winglets, you mean like the deep ones that you typically have, by the way? OE? Because like the depth of your winglets at 1 inch to kind of make them true outriggers, I get it. But it's also... I mean, any winglets are like that, but speaking of that, I actually thought, oh, now I think of it. There was something I was going to put on this one. Now I don't know if I want to put it on this one no more. Screw it. I'll leave it alone. So we got, this is old? Son of a biscuit. This is old. Can't use it. I was going to go to my CQR, my coding quick reference sheet, so I can figure out exactly what the hell I was going to code this as. And lo and behold, it's old. So old, in fact, Diamant is not on here, so I can't bloody use it to figure out what freaking base I can put on my fin codes. And again, people, code your planes. Come on, get with the program. It ain't that hard to do. If you can write the date on it, you could write a fin code on it. Oh, AH works. Screw that. Alright, so... Oh, because I said redbirds. Oh, yeah, redbirds. Okay, so anyway, Diamant. Well, where am I going to put this thing? Oh, there's a winner. We have a winner here, folks. You'd think it'd be simple. I'm just going to put a big fat letter on there, but... I mean, that is the case. I'm going to put a letter on here, but in this one's case, I'm going to put... And that is why it's cool. I do have a label maker, and with the label maker, I was genuinely, honestly thinking about... making my fin codes with the label maker, but I can write pretty neat. What they called penmanship in like the first grade and crap. I got good grades in that, and that was the last class I got good grades in, and stayed awake for, and didn't build planes in, which is a lie. I built planes in that class too. So yeah. But see how that fin code is so bloody small compared to the size of the plane. I mean, it looks cool. Look, you can tell where it goes. I could put color on this. But again, like you're flying, I don't think this plane is going to be like, nobody's going to have a problem being able to tell exactly who that belongs to and where it is, but speaking of which, I will try my damnedest, and it will probably be hard, but to get a flight video going this weekend. We're supposed to get snow, so I'm really, I don't know. We'll see, but I will try. Maybe I'll give you one of those snowy flight videos. Mark seems to drool over those so much, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so wait, OAE, are you saying this is basically like what was going to be your? This goes way back. Was this going to be like the ultimate, like your family, one family versus the other family? Is this going to be the Stars versus the Vulcans, and the Vulcans went out? Speaking of that, too, Robert, you had that. I liked this cool. I thought it was cool that you actually put the drawing out first. You showed me those. Remember, you showed me the pictures, and like you had the drawing first of what was it, Zemus, right? And I thought it was cool because like there was a little touch of Y13 in there. You know, you had like, well, here's the design. Here's what I'm looking for. And after you'd done it, you know, it was so much better. It's so cooler. I liked how you did it. That was pretty cool. I I don't think I'm ever gonna be at that point. I don't think I've ever done that. Basically because, I mean, okay, if it ended up looking out, guys, check out Y13's channel if you get an idea, because he really goes into it. Like if you follow the chain, but like he draws it up and uses, you know, formula to figure out, you know, how much wing you need versus how much lifting body you need to achieve the lift you need to fight the drag. Blah. So it's really cool, and yet I'm also thinking, like, I mean, I picture in real life how when they have these fighter contests and they fly and they say, okay, well that plane was neat. Well, let's see what this one's going to look like. Before they even have a plane built, they have like an artist's take of what this plane's going to look like. I could probably do that, but I don't think I would ever. I mean, I don't do the 3 views, of course, until we actually have the dimension sheet and stuff like that. Because we've done 3 views, but differently. It's after the fact. You've actually had trouble with those? What do you mean? Like, your versions haven't flown very well, or what gives? I can do that. You want me to make it on the show? I mean, you understand, though, of course, like, I'm having it. I mean, we're almost in kind of what I used to have a name for this. We were stupid. Pharaoh came up with it, but he used to call it, like, take the first 3 letters of the month and just add, like, because it was a stiffer, tighter flying schedule. He used to call it, like, deck tight or Jan tight because we had, like, less time in the day. It was cold. It was. And for some odd reason, you know this, every damn time we get into, like, a winter months, it always gets windier if it's not cooler. So, like, you don't really want to, or it gets rainier. And this was down in South Carolina, so we didn't really have to contend with the snow. But we had to deal with, like, it would rain or it was windy. So there was always, like, you know, spring, summer, we could fly pretty much whenever. I mean, all right, yeah, we had to deal with humidity. But, man, when you was a kid, you didn't care about humidity. Your planes would just die and screw it. Now you think about it. And, of course, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't, or else you end up with a line like I've got. But, it still holds true. There's still a tighter flying schedule in these months because, I mean, it's even worse up here because I've only got like 6 hours of daylight, you know. So I'm like driving and working through most of the damn time I should be flying. And again, I can't fly inside because what's the point in that? I don't believe in that crap. So, again, lately. So you've been flying. Dude. Tell me, you've been flying and we still ain't got no flight videos, man. Come on now. Robert, you picking on me, dude. OAE, seriously. Got some flying going on in there, bruh. I want to see yours. I want to see the planes from the hand that created them. So, like, I know what to expect when mine fly. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still build the fuck out of one. I'm not beyond past. You know, like, hold on. One of these days I'm going to get smart and put the keyboard away from here when I'm doing the show so you don't see arms going doodle-doodle-doo. You know, it's really, one thing that's really cool, I'll tell you, as long as you know what to look for. Wait, what? Hey! let me tell you something. OAE, I don't know if you ever did this before, but you ever done an OAE Titan Instructable search and then, you come up with the Interacoustics Titan made from OAE machine? Is that where you took your name? Because, like, for real, man. Oh, and there's a Nerf gun thing in Instructables. Dude, man, that's freaking crazy. Oh, speaking of which, people, get this, okay? I don't know if you ever had this, but you have spam calls to your... Any of y'all... Another little tangent. Any of y'all had spam calls to your phone? Yeah? Because, like, I'll tell you what. Every time I get a spam call to my phone, I Google it to see, like, is it really somebody or is it nothing? And normally the chain of stuff that comes up is like, what? I mean, just... I don't know if you guys do it. I'd like to think that everybody does it, but like if you Google the phone number that spam calls you, I get that a lot. I see it, and it's like, this is utter crap. What is this? I don't need this, So, oh, are you gonna wait? No, never mind. There it is. Man, you're down, dude. It's like the second page. Freaking crazy. Okay. It does look like a warhawk. Sans canards. Okay, so... wait, what? Where the hell? Oh, okay, let's go. I'm doing an end around to get over here. Did you know it's Wednesday? We're here. Hi. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Okay, that's weird. What the hell is that? Do you see that surging? Ghosts. Right, no, that's what I mean. Like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I used the improper terminology. You're right. I knew Warhawk had no canards. I built that. But I mean, I meant to say, like, the Vulcan. You seriously, man, every one of your pictures, dude. Every one you've got is like the same plane every time. Every day. Oh, wait, gotta move the camera. Camera is on the sheet I wish to use. Okay, I'm gonna break my rule, which is not really a rule, but I'm gonna break my tradition of... This will be the first time since the 1 days have occurred that I have built more than one plane in a day. A day. Why am I doing this? I'm making up for the 3 I was talking about. It was only 3, but I'm making up for the 3 I was talking about that were complete crap that I had to destroy. This actually, I believe, happened like last Wednesday. I didn't bring it up on last week's show, but I believe it happened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because I went day to day with them. Because I built it after the show. Because the show gave me the idea. And then I went ahead and built another one because I was still here, still awake. So I had the 2, which were only like about 30 minutes apart from each other. Then I built the next one the next day because I was really into it, trying to do it. So I'm waging all that war with myself as to whether or not I should actually do this. Come along with me, guys, as we build Warhawk. No, Titan. Damn it. Stop with all the names. I can't get it right. Why am I doing this? I gotta build other birds. And what what am I supposed to expect out of this? I mean, am I Like, what kind of flight? What did I do? Do I know when it's horrible? Do I know when it's good? You know, I think one of the reasons why I do, like, I've done so many OAE birds on the show, it's just because, like, at least it doesn't involve too much folding. I mean, come on, Robert, you know better. I don't have enough tape. I don't have the tape yet, like you've got, and I understand that I don't have to like taper all of them. But not only do I not have the tape for it, it's more like I don't have, like, you guys can like draw it, and you draw the wings out, you know, again, like I was describing before, it's like drawing the plan form of an aircraft, then cutting it, and then forming it. Man, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, yours almost have to dedicate the entire show to, you know? Which, I'm not trying to make it not like sound like less snobby. I'm not trying to say that we wouldn't do that crap. It's just, you know. Ow. What? Yeah, that's what I thought you did. I have no idea why that's what I thought you did, but where in the hell do you get a Ticonderoga pencil anyway? Did you guys, when you were like 4 years old, ever used to pretend your pencils were school buses and drive them around? Anyway, so I'm folding it down here by the line. Like, right there. It's supposed to be tight, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, see? Ever notice how when you do this, it always gets quiet? What the flying hell? That's... What? Wait, what? What the hell's the point of that pencil? Wait. I got this. Ah! I don't have this. Why don't I have a pencil in here? Here's one. Fake joke. This is a pen. It's not right. It's like, wait, where is it? It's like right here? It's like this? Yeah. Does that look familiar? Yeah, my pencil's round. My pencil is round and black. Do with it what you will. All my damn slobby knobby freaking erasers are coming off. I don't pencil. I mean, okay, I pencil, but I don't pencil like I used to. So, anyway. So, now what we're doing is... You want me to take this back out? That is the most uncool thing I have ever seen, by the way. I just folded it in there. You can't make me want to... Don't want to take it back out. Why in the deuce? Oh. Duh. Sorry, I'm being stupid. I'm being, like, totally stupid. There'd be one of those situations where Mark would probably let me have it for being like, you were stupid. Yeah, well, him was stupid for not being here. Oh, that's what you want me to do. That's kind of what I thought. But God knows I got to do it right, or else, you know. Why does that look different? Oh, because I'm supposed to do it. I do it like that? Yeah. Okay. See, one of the reasons why, like, when you're trying to follow a fold that you see online, in a book, in a picture, is because, like, your point of view may differ from the point of view in the picture, and then you get all twisted around. And I hate to say it, that's kind of why the videos are a little bit better. Because, seriously, I am so tired of, like, trying to look at the news or at the something or other, you know, and like, hey, let's watch the video. No, I don't want to watch the fucking video. Dude, I just want to read. I don't need you to talk. Tell me. Most times, I will avoid the site if it actually has to, or I'll even avoid the article if it has to be watching a video, because, like, seriously, he says, as he films, yeah, this is a way to drum up an audience. Tell them not to watch videos. Hey, watch my video, but don't watch videos. Anyway, I hope that was right, because I went ahead and did it. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, you will never catch me doing that stupid same thing that every single mother pus bucket in the history of YouTube does. Like, hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. No, we don't know how to do that, dude. No. Why don't you just slob a knob? I hate people. And spend the first 30 minutes of every damn video. I mean, you ever hear some of them say it and then you never want to hear the word again? Because that word just... I don't. Not really. Well, what was the one? There was something, by the way. There was something. It's true. And I think me and Nassas were alluding to it before he went on lockdown. Oh, man, dude. I need him over here. There was something we was talking about. We were both going to work on it. And I thought we did it on the show. So you guys should know what it is, too, actually, if you followed along. But, damn it, I can't remember now. What the hell was it? You're supposed to follow it in here, right? Okay. Hey, make sure you're doing this the right way, or else you're doing it the wrong way. Yeah, I knew that. I suspected as much. So basically we're... See, but if you don't... Okay, it's inside. So here. Alright. Tighten, people. You'll notice a lot of times if we're building on the show, it gets really quiet because... I don't know, everybody's got their ways of centering themselves. Everybody's got their ways of reaching their zen moments and om and crap like that. Well... Mine's building these damn things. We'll get lost in it, and then I just it makes for a horrible show because I'll get really quiet because, I mean, like, dude, train could be, you have a bomb about to drop on my head, and I won't pay attention because I'm just building a plane. So, if there's one way I'm going to avoid real life, it's going to be building a plane. How in the hell am I supposed to do that? What the What do you want me to do? Wait, is it the whole thing? Am I just doing that? No. What Let me look at the... I am just doing that. Son of a bitch. Why am I zigzagging it? Oh my god. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Because it's not like... Okay. So, wait. Well, how do we get to that part? It's so... Okay. It's really just folding it over, right? Isn't it? Or is it coming out here? Is it just folding it over straight with in line with the nose? Or is it coming out to the front end? Why does yours make a point? I can't get mine to make a point. Yeah, well, dude, I don't know. What would you... Dude, this goes with like what we were talking about. We ship stuff in. It's like, how... Yeah, how would you make it... Well, again, if I watched a well, no, wait. I mean, I could build one of yours, but yeah, again, I've always said that too. I'd rather have one straight from the source than having to build my own, because a licensed build is always different from the one that manufactures it. You could build 20 of yours, and while there'll be different variations on the same theme, your plane will be built by you, so you knew exactly what it was supposed to be like. Whereas, I mean, if I were to watch and follow along, it's going to be a little different. Some will overhang the front. Okay, so basically,
Like that? Like get my fat finger out of the way? Is that good? I mean, that's what the picture looked like. Getting it back.
Partially, I think what you could do is you could end up shipping. You ship something, put it in like, I know it's kind of stupid, but when you think about it, ship it in a priority mailbox and then like bubble wrap or like peanut the ever beloved screw out of the inside. I mean, because seriously, I can't think of another way it would stay like intact and safe. You know what I mean? Yours, especially if it's tapered. The mine, I'm not so worried about mine. If I just unfold and give it to you, like I'd put it in a damn envelope. Hey, here, check this out. You know, you. I'm gonna go with that. See, but mine doesn't come to a point. Area 4.
I mean, I like it. Just area 4.
All right. Have any of you guys actually set up? Speaking of which, have any of you guys set up any planes to go to paces? But we talked about this, but this is kind of like our Top Gun situation, our red flag, you know, like where we send all of our planes off to fight each other and stuff like that. And again, if we get together, if we want to like fly sorties against each other, that's how it works. Typically, you just kind of like, if you have winglets or if you have anhedrals, or in this case, if you have a tail, you bright spot them or brighten them somehow, bright red, yellow, what have you, and then it acts like the aggressors in real life, you know, like Nellis has, and we go to red flag the aggressor squadrons, and you just, you know, take the dog fighting them and shooting them down with your planes, so on and so forth.
Anyway, yeah.
Have you guys dedicated any of your birds to that? Get with the program! I'm going to have to fold it in half because I'm a stickler for making sure everything is symmetrical, so I need to do this here so I can tell how I did it the first time, or the other side. Dipsy doodles. Okay. Okay.
Alright, now back to what it looks like here.
And then back down. Now, you have it going back down along the line, or does it come back out again?
Because again, the picture makes it look like it shoots out a little bit past the line.
Oh, it is a little bit past. Never mind. I see you got it. Okay, I see you have it there with the pencil folded down. Okay. So, wait a minute. Did you? Wait, what? How the? You tucked it in. Okay. Well, of course you did. Of course you did. So I'm sitting there building the basic Titan, and you're telling me about the new one. I got nothing.
And every time, like lately, I've been trying to, like, okay, while we're doing the one-a-days, are you guys doing that or not?
Not that you had to be, I was just curious. But, like, I know Mark is. I know I am. So, but I was wondering, because, like, I mean,
we're going to try tech out on these planes that we're building and stuff like that. You know, like new ones that come out with certain ideas that we've got, you know. And, damn it.
Lo and behold, I didn't make it symmetrical. Gee, imagine that. What am I bothering to pay attention for? I'm going to pay attention. I'm never going to get it right in the first freaking place. Looks like an insect. Of course you're going to have me do something weird with those too, right? Like, because we got to make it strange. Okay, straight from the line there. That's a little bit obvious. See, so I always wonder how this turns out. Because yours, like, oh, never mind. There it is. Never mind. Okay. Still looks different because my folds don't exactly meet. Like your tips are meeting all the way at the center point, and the edges overlap the inner triangle. Whereas my tips are meeting, but then the outer triangle is outside the fold there, whereas yours are on the inside. And I don't know if you know what I mean, but in the picture, see if I can do this here. In the picture, this fold here is underneath this. And yet it still meets in the center line here. These two pieces that I just folded. God damn it. Cooperate. Those two pieces fold in the middle of the center line. In your picture, they meet, but then this fold is outside of this, somewhere out here. Whereas mine's on the inside. So something's different. But again, this is why you ask other people to do it, because you want to get a different take on these things. What the hell do you tuck those into? Of course you do. Of course. This is why I like to talk about how people can make everybody's planes a lot simpler, you know, like. And this also, I would like to point out, like, if you're building this for combat, this kind of plane you want to combat, how in the hell? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, don't know why, but I'll do that too. Here, the tip's going up. Titan, people. Building a Titan. It's like, I know, because you make all these little folds because they make it your own. So, it's definitely your plane. But it's also like, Jesus. A bomber a day? Like, all year? Or just, like, during the month? Man, dude, I can see that, though. It's coming out of the end of this. Like, you know. Why did it all do that? Screw it. I don't care. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I suspected as much. Okay, yeah, even though it looks really nothing like that. Because yours has managed to tuck it all nice and sharp and everything, and mine looks like... Like, seriously, yours is all, like, everything up there is tucked away and stuff like that, and mine is... Well, out. I've got the exact same folds you do, but mine's all out. Oh, never mind. Never mind, I see... Never mind. Stupid. Hey man, crush everything. Remember that fingertip thing or your fingernails I was talking about? Creasing and stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to do that, people. Yeah. Okay. So then take that thing and fold it all the way down, huh? Alright, fine. Here I go. Folding it all the way down. Till it meets the trail of what looks to be the trailing edge. I don't know if you ever built a plane with each other before. And I'd love to actually get together with you guys and like, you know, like me and Mark have done. If y'all are interested in that, like actually building a plane together. Whereas one person folds and you take turns with the fold until you end up with a plane. Love to do that with you guys. Love to see what we'd come up with, because, like, dude, for real. Oh, wait, first thing I do with you is like, okay, we're going to simplify the hell out of this thing. I'm going to put wings, like, on the plane, like, the third fold in. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Would nearly destroy the technique, man. And then, of course, we'd taper the hell out of it. Titan, people, Titan. Build it. Let's go. I'm trying to finish this thing and not look like an idiot. Too late. Ever try? This is one of the reasons why I like looking at the books that I have, the books or the videos or anything, and like trying to just glean ideas from them. I hate building others because they never come out the same freaking way. What, I gotta do this again? Wait, what? Wait, I just... Oh, wait. Wait, what? Who in the hell in the... What am I missing here? No, seriously, what am I missing? Okay, I put the step in. Oh, okay. I'm not missing anything, I'm just being stupid. Welcome to... Okay, so you want it unfolded because you want this little triangle folded inside that fold you did. I got you. I got you now. See it first. Bear with me. I'm trying. I'm playing along here, you know. Okay, so.
Queso?
Get the salad spoons, man. Alright, alright.
Okay, it's back again.
Wing and winglet folding. I can't wait to see how I screwed this up now.
Yeah, I know. Yours?
Dude, like you...
Like, with slight variations of the same theme, you have the same plane.
So, oh, wait. Is it the other way or is it this way? Is this on top or is this on the bottom?
It's on top, because all those folds are inside there. Never mind. Never mind, I see what I'm doing. I'm slow, but I get there.
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me check it, let me check it. You want to check this? What do you mean?
What be your dying wish? Being able to accomplish, like, getting all those, like... Let me pop this out.
Because I'm not... Nothing to see here.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Come on!
I seem to remember you saying something about, like, all of your planes are going to have MUP capability. 1 inch, right? 1 inch! Dude, OIE, your unofficial nickname should be the 1 inch king. And, like, make sure your wings are your fuselage is fucking A huge. So, like, basically the top of the nose is the top, right? Oh, good God.
You know, everybody has their own method. I'm going to say this again, alright? It's a beautiful tease. Everybody has their own method, alright? And, I'll tell you, like, you get to this. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know, man, it's cool. Like, we sat through, one of the coolest things we did is we built the Beetle. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but 4 of us got together. It was Missile, me, KIA, and NASA's.
And we all got together and input ideas into the Beetle. And the Beetle was ridiculous. I mean, dude, it had so many... Dude, it was 2 planes in one. I don't exactly know when it got crazy, and I wish we wrote the instructions down, but we weren't at that level yet. But I think I'm the only one that has my example. And it's like 2 planes in one. It's not bad, but 4 people, 4 contractors put their ideas into that plane. So, I mean, it's really better if you don't have too many chefs in the brew, but you could do it anyway. So, alright, so you got that there, and then you fold your ridiculously large winglets into it. Oh, you know I'm just teasing you, right? I mean, seriously. It's just, again, what I was getting back to, though, it's like,
yeah, I know. No, it is. Like, all of his planes are
really solid.
It's just like, okay, A, my God. And then B,
it screws with my sensibility because, I mean, again, you see Diamant here. See how big that, like, see how much space you have between the wing root and then the keel?
There's like a half inch, a little less than,
And there really is a little less than. And then you see what this is going to be here, and it's like,
man.
it really screws with all senses of, all of my sensibilities on my building, because I don't typically do that. I like to look for a lot of wing area. I mean, not with every plane. Javelin does not do that, although Javelin is a delicate balance of trying to find the right amount of wing area in fuselage to make sure it doesn't glide but flies straight into the earth. Yeah. Oh, Robert, we're doing one of your planes next time. I don't know what. Maybe Zemus. Fuck! Go on to Wikipedia, put Zemus in as an entry, and then have that little chick that's on there, like, when you hit the button, it's like, enunciate it so I can say it right. Yeah, the Beetle was crazy. I can show you that one. Like I said, I still have it. It's nuts. It's like, I don't know exactly know who was the member of cutting it, and then once we cut it, it just became a part. And of course, because it's OAE bird, the winglets are anhedrals. I would call them anhedrals because they're bloody freaking huge. The anhedrals are the same size as the fuselage, thereby you just gave the plane landing gear as well as a stability element.
And it sits.
Oh yeah, taping. Which is also an amusing affair with this guy because he uses the smallest many pieces of tape. Be prepared to go through the whole row. I'm just kidding because they're small. Okay, when you say tape here, okay,
Here we go.
here we go. In the picture, you have the plane out like this, and you say tape here and tape here.
On the inside? The outside?
Or am I taping this together? What the hell is two strips of tape back to back mean when the plane is like this? Really? I'm going to check that out. Okay, I'm getting this one, so I'm going to do this one. Too stupid to understand the others, so I'm going to do the one I get. Oh my god, I'm going to have to cut the tape. Because again, OAE, the king of 1 inch, is also the king of the... Like, dude gets like the smallest tape dispensers in the world. And just put a little piece here. Just a happy little piece of tape right here. Speaking of that, OAE, I'm going to start calling you Bob. I don't know your name, and it's really like, okay, talking about screwing my sensibilities. I've never named anybody or hadn't known anybody who's gone by all three of their initials before. I mean, like, if I call you OA, it's one thing. But I'm going to call you Bob. Taping the front is sufficient. Okay. Because, seriously, man. Alright. Alright. Here we go.
I could see why putting a MUP on it. I mean, any of the MUPs would be, like, okay, they would definitely work because obviously you have the boxiness of the wing and the anhedral. And I can also see how I've already split the bottom nose piece there because it's thick. I did it with this one here. Like,
see that? That actually split. Did that here too.
Anyway, so
A piece of tape on the nose should be sufficient. Okay, so here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh, that fits comfortably. And I say that because it's right on the word that says diapers. Alright, don't ask. Okay, I've only done 3 of the 22 possibilities of tape. Let's go. Alright, one in the back, yes. One in the back is sufficient. Well, see, this is why we got to get you, like Robert, when NASA's was talking about, we got to get you in on the video. OAE too, if you want to, because it's gonna be really hard to do it through pictures and like, unless you want to do it through mail, like chess moves. And I know you're probably going to ask this, so I'm going to do it anyway. The only other way to do it is to, like, you know, you have to either be present or chess move it, or like build one way or build one the other way, in which case you still need a live view or pictures to be able to figure out what the fold is that's going on. So, because you got to know when to fold them. Oh man, that should be like our unofficial theme song. Anyway. Oh yeah, more tape. Oh yeah, not even close to done yet. I've still got half a roll here, I know. NASA's is always worried about making cuts or holes and stuff like that. And like, I don't know. Like, hey, dude, I know you, man. Bad you worried about taping some stuff sometimes. And then sometimes you're not at all. Because sometimes you'll build those things with so much tape in the back end. You suffer from that problem I told you. You can't tell your plane does not know which end of the way is forward or backward. I understand that you feel like it needs some weight in some areas. Don't feel that way. There are times when it's just okay to be okay. You gotta let your plane decide. You know, like, you got a nose, that's the way it goes. I do not remember who was the first to say that. At least, especially in our group. I just know somebody had said that a long time ago. Okay, where else do I tape? What? Oh, taped? Whew, thank God. It's done? It's done? Dun, da, da, da. I'm assuming all the winglets and anhedrals should be as close to 90 degrees as possible, because that's usually how your planes end up. And it is. It's pretty stiff. I got a little bit of the curvature going on here in this lurks. I'm going to try to fold that out. It's not working. There's a little bit of a... It's pretty much off of 90 degrees, so I think I succeeded there. I mean, like, these are... The wings are 90 degrees to the body, or 90 degrees to the hedrals / winglets. So I think we've done our duty to king and country here. So, just like I said in the video last time I flew Warhawk on this thing, looks like a box. This is a little bit... Well, wait a minute. This one or no, this one. This is a little bit heavier. I pointed this one out like a couple weeks back. The stuff we got from Babies R Us a way a long time ago. It's really good paper for some odd reason. Like, it's slightly heavier than your standard copy paper. I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know what they grabbed, but it's a little bit of a bigger gram. Just a little. Slightly heavier. And like, I kept this around because every single plane it's made has done really good with it. Granted, they've almost mostly been gliders, and they haven't been with something like this with these folds. These folds up here on a plane like this are really thick because, well, yeah. So, okay. And yeah, this is a bit. So, yeah, so 90 degrees on... Oh, Jesus, how did I do that? 90 degrees on the winglet to anhedrals ratio. And alas, poor York. Now, you guys, I start building your planes, Robert, you included. You guys, also being members of the team, you have the tech sheets, so you're totally welcome to try to put the tech on there. That's for everybody, and it makes me wonder, have you done it? Because in a case like this, again, it's like seeing Mark's plane when he had his, and I'm thinking, like, I'm already looking at, okay, couple wouldn't work with this. I keep thinking about maybe cutting the leading edge somehow, but there's no real true wing pocket because the wing pocket stops back there. But, and you keep the tape back here, so I don't see if putting the DFRWs in it would be cool, but I can see putting DFRWs in it. I can also see creating a UFR or doing a folded tail like Diamant has up in this. Because, dude, when you got a 1-inch fuselage, if I were to reverse that and give it a tail, even like this, where it's like on an angle, I just wonder if you lose more fuselage on it, how it would turn out. But then again, you have like this is bigger than 1 inch. That's 1 1/4 inch of fuselage. Good God! Y13, if you're in or you watch this, I'd really want you to take a look at the ratio
and see how much wing area this thing has, to provide it lift, because it's obviously going to be stable. I guarantee you I know how it flies. If you guys remember the video I did of Warhawk, I'd show you the clip, but I don't have a clip. I'd venture to say it's probably about the exact same thing. I'm thinking like it's... So you got like 1 1/4 inch, and the wings are just under 4, and the anhedrals are, look at that, 1 1/4 inch. So yeah, a lot of air gets trapped in here. Cyclical. So anyway, yeah, I guarantee you I know how this thing flies. Straight. Why? Because it's got so much box to trap air. Oh yeah, I bet you build a lot of interceptors. Yep, fly straight, even inside. I'm like the same thing as Warhawk is. I'm not going to be able to reach that. Son of a bitch. Whereas Diamant just flew itself down into the ground and pissed me off, actually. Hold on, people. I'm not leaving you, but I'm leaving you. I mean, you're going to be able to hear me, and you're going to be able to hear weird shit because I'm taking you off my head. Hold on. I got to get that one I need to do. Okay, ready? Park it. Oh, did you like that? Oh. Throw back at you. Hope you heard me like I heard you. Alright, well, you saw Titan come in for landing and assault my Diamant. And the other one didn't quite make it. It was just right there. So, yeah. Alrighty then. I like these things, dude. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, you guys, if we were to do something like that, we could use Instructables for OAE's sake, because he's Mr. Instructable, apparently. You'd figure that goddamn website would give you a little bit more credit, seeing as how long you stuck by them through all this crap, when really you could just be putting shit on YouTube. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Anyway, we have to do something. If we do something like that, it's either we're going to end up having to get you together on a show, or like, you need pictures, or we need to do like, chess by mail, whereas we build a plane by mail. But ideally, it'd be better if we could like collaborate on something. So, especially you, man. Seriously, I want to know how. Or excuse me, Bob. I can't even think of a name like Oz. Should I call you Oz? I want to call you Matt because you seem like a Matt to me. I don't know why. But in any case, I don't care. Whatever. Well, no, I kind of anticipate. I think a collaboration would be really cool. So, especially with the kind of planes you guys design. I feel like more of a traditionalist, but I've always wanted to be a traditionalist, so it's okay. Well, you guys are too. It's just of a different family tree, so you can almost have like a what do you call it? What the hell do you call it? Like, you go back to the dinosaurs and you see how they, like a genus. It is a family tree, but it's like you see it, like it breaks down into this. It originated from the flying bus, but then you had the ones that either went like, I wanted a snub-nosed boxy plane versus I wanted the sleeker version of that, and then you take it from there. I always remember that because of one of the books I've got. Like, actually, okay, I've said this before. I've got a bunch of books on aircraft, and like in 3 different ones,
I shit you not. 3 of them, everybody says, like, this is the one plane everybody could build, and your friend could always build better than you. And I looked at it like, I have never seen this thing before in my life. What the hell is this guy talking about? Everybody could build this? Where were you living? Greece? I mean, I've been around. That's what I've got a chance to be around in my life. Still never seen a plane look like that, ever. But I also feel like if you're in that family tree, you've built, you've went a certain line with your building at all times, So, and if you've seen the way your plane flies, you very much you probably, you don't bother with something else. If you like the way it is or anything, you've stuck with it for good reason. So, I have, you have, we have, good night. That's the way it's been. But I'm not putting mine out to pasture just yet. Although I do want to expand into some other things. Like when I built or I'm still building them. I don't want to say that in the past tense, make people think differently. But the O bodies, it's kind of like it's a small part, like the lifting bodies. Taver, Robert, you do, and Ben at Y13 does, but not fully. Because again, I'm trying to impart a little bit of traditionalism in on those by making a basic fold of like taking something here like Titan, for example, and like what I would do is looking at this, something like this is like, okay, well, first of all, you know me, I'm going to cut about like a half inch out of this, cut a half inch out of this fuselage and convert it to wing. But then I'm going to cut that puppy right off there, and then put a round body in there on the rest of it. Oh, that gives me an idea. I've been doing this all wrong all this time. So, dude, I just made a discovery just now. You just here with me for this. So, thinking about that, and Titan brought it to mind because Titan, alright, I can see where this 1 inch plus fuselage is going to come in handy. So, if you do a rounded body, an O body, like I've been trying to do, I've done it. Okay, the planes I've built have worked. Some more, some better than others. But I realize now that like where I've been going almost wrong on that is I cut it. I wouldn't do it on this one, but for example, if I were to, I would cut it right there. I just give the wings and then put the body underneath the wings. So basically the wings are lifting the body. It's a rudimentary lifting body. I like that word, rudimentary. But I just realized, like, okay, what would be really cooler is if I did exactly what I said. So if you have 1 inch of body, give it a little bit more wing, but you don't have to. And then cut, like, split this in half, cut it straight down. So the entire plane is split. So there's 2 different versions. And then you have, what did I say this was? 1 1/4? So a half inch of fuselage in there. And then tape that part to the rounded body. So then that's the part that's taped to it, and the body's not underneath, it's alongside. Which I understand is going to be rougher because on a round body, trying to get them to the point where they're exactly equal is pretty damn rough. But it does give you... who am I kidding? It's probably not as good of an idea because you're actually putting the wings at a structurally less sound point because it's on the outside, the sides of the O body, as opposed to putting it above and just making them apply to. I like that better. The thought's in there. I'll remember that as I see it. So I gotta date this. Always remember to date it, people. Okay, so queso, and of course, damn thing isn't as big as my desk. Gah! It's only 10:11 Central Time, so I did build my 1 a day, 2 a day. For the record, as part of the gentleman's agreement of the 1 a days, this does not constitute tomorrow's plane because it's not tomorrow yet. So I still, in fact, have to build tomorrow's plane. Meantime, this is DE9. Hey, people, we're almost out of 2020. This horrid, horrible fucking year is almost over, and 2021 could be worse. Dwell on that.
I'm not. Okay, so yeah, camera.
DE920 right there. See that? Built today. OE. 4-year records. I don't know if you number them to the degree of that we care, like me and Mark would. So if you have a number you'd like me to give this one, let me know. Speaking of that too, also I want to try to remember this because let me get this out because I want to try to remember this because we haven't been remembering this and I want to remember this. Anybody got any anniversaries of anything? Want to get out there real quick?
Like, did something roll out? Did something retire? Did something start a squadron wing base? Something like that.
Just wanted to give a shout out because I would like to try to keep remembering this, even though it's a week-to-week show. You're having a lot of things that would happen. And OAE with 32 versions of Vulcan, it probably happens often, but I just mean for the case of try not to miss this stuff because we've missed some of these before in the past simply because we haven't thought about it, and I'd like to make a more conscious effort to remember,
like April 6th is always going to be a day we remember, always. And obviously September 15th.
To a lesser extent, October 15th. I'm happier with that. So 23. All right, cool.
I'll mark that. Well, I figured it was active.
You were still using Titans.
That in a squadron?
That's at a squadron at your base, right? Do you want me to put a fin coat? Dude, I'm putting a fin coat on this. You may not be doing it, but I'm going to do it. Oh, whoops, wrong pen.
Yours is easy. See, this is what I'm saying. What I don't understand is you guys that only have 1 or 2 bases not doing this crap.
When it's me or Mark, and again, this is the part that I find fun in because, I love seeing when you go out there and see, you go on a flight line, you see everybody's base codes, and you know where they belong, and it's really cool. But you guys that have, only a couple bases should be easy for you to do, so you should be doing it all the time. I've got, 20, 30, and I got to have this sheet that references, everything. All these black numbers, I got to remember all these, and then the lines indicate which aircraft it is. So I have to make this CQR so I can figure it out. You guys would be a big-ass sheet with one word on it. That's why I had to reference this so I knew what to put on here. I remember some of my squadrons, but it's really hard to remember. Whereas you guys, it's well, I guess it's at Stern, so I'm putting an ST on there. Now this one doesn't belong, but again, now it's you have one over here, so I'll use this marker to put 23 on there too. I don't know why, but I get the distinct impression this is probably the first plane you've had that's actually got fin codes on it. Oh my god. My god. At least I don't feel like I'm destroying it when I got so much wing to play with.
Alright.
Alright. Now, it's not exactly what, now, since, again, I built it, I'm doing a little bit of my style of coding. I mean, I'm using yours. You said it was number 23. I'm definitely doing number 23 and everything like that, but, I'm buzz numbering it, so I got the fin code, and it's number 23. I'll put number 23 on the other side, too, because, again, my bird, I'm coding it like I would, which is why my date code is the way it is. Mark uses a marine variation, and obviously nobody cares how you do it, but I just recommend you put numbers and the date on it. So again, when you come to anniversaries like this, Robert, how do you mark yours, by the way? Why is this not writing? Okay. like when you got tape all over it, you must have to actually, if you're going to mark it or coat it, you probably do it before you tape it. You don't do, also, you don't do any, like,
Anything else, right?
oi, Bob, you don't do anything, you don't do anything like me and most of the rest of us have like a letter. K does this, Pharaoh does this. A lot of us do this. Where like and you've seen mine, they have a number, a letter, you've seen it on the aircraft sheet. Catch up. You see that. V014. All the Diamants have the letter V in front of their number, so you know it's like a Diamant number 14. I mean, I could number all of my planes sequentially, but I don't want to do that crap. So I just number them per the letter. So, yeah. I have no idea. I don't know where the hell it is. I gotta remember all these so I can number this one, which is, I'm pretty sure is like 36 or something like that. But I figured you must have to. I also wonder too, because if you use that colorful tape that you have, where the tape actually has the design on it, where do you put your numbers and coding that you can see it after you've taped it? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Get your roundels, man. Don't get the roundels. Oh, man. I could really go deluxe on this. Okay, I'm being really bad because, like, okay, I always said that for I said that for I don't know how long, and I say it every, but you notice I haven't showed them to you in a while because, damn it, I can't find them. I would seriously put it on this Titan right here, right now. So this would be the most complete bird probably in IVPAC OAE is ever made. Having this base code, number, and the roundels. Except I can't find the roundels. I'm pretty sure I know where they're at. I just don't have them out yet. I should have them in my freaking IVPAC binder, and I don't. Because I'm a stupid head. But I'll fix that later on. Mama never claimed to raise a smart kid. There's supposed to be a freaking pattern to this. But, you know what they say about best laid plans and everything. And speaking of which, if anybody knows, please tell me, because I've actually never heard about what they say about the best laid plans. There's actually the second part of that statement, but I don't know what it is. Don't think I've ever heard it. Don't know it. So yeah, please tell me when you get a chance. Tell me what the best laid plans are supposed to be. Alright. Oh my dear Lord God. 651401-023. Okay. Any particular place on the plane you want me to put that?
Screw it, it's mine. I'm putting it where I want to.
Yeah, I'm doing it too. See, we're technical here, people. We're technical. We try to do this in the way everybody else would for each other. It's a gentleman's agreement. If you build one of mine, I'd like to think that you're going to mark it the same way I would. But you got to tell me if you've built it, so I can have it included as part of the serials and run it down. Like if you built Cirrus, if you built Nimbus, if you built a Phase 1, please tell me to build a Phase 1, because that's just part of the phase line. And oh my God, I'll figure it out. Yeah. It's on there. 20 years old, huh? Like, okay, wait a minute. Like, you physically have that plane still? Or do you just mean like the design? Yeah, I know. I hate that crap. And I glossed over mine, of course. Like I'm apt to do. Huh. I seem to remember a time when I was leading up, like, sometimes the days and years and months just like drag on. And then sometimes you wonder where the time goes. This is one of those times where I wondered where the time went, because I was really going to make a nice, really cool, like hip hype show. Oh, well, here you go. Look at this. Look at this. This is as close to an anniversary as it gets.
Here you go, kids.
Number 282. Do you see the build date on that? She's got an anniversary. She just turned 30 years old. A little phase 3 from 30 years ago, built out of notebook paper. Still looks pretty smooth. Still looks kind of crisp.
This is why I don't retire some of these, because it's nice to have these things sitting around here.
Yeah, she's like, I think I might. $10 years old on that one. All right, that's cool. 20 years old.
Yeah, I obviously phases have a little bit of age. Like again, yeah,
Rollout date was so long ago.
Yeah, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you guys have anything like that, please announce that.
Yeah, Robert, I remember you telling me about that.
Us about that too. So, yeah, I know. I hate when it happens.
All of us have some tragic tale, it seems like, that's associated with what happened to our birds throughout history. My stupid ass pine tree in my front yard. The roof. I'll never forget the day I was like 14 years old. And I went flying. I got frustrated after losing 7 of them on the roof. So then I proceeded to throw the next 42 on the roof. So my mom came home, there were 42 planes on the roof. And ironically, all but 7 of them came down before nightfall. I made it a point to go out like every 15 minutes and pick them up, because I knew if they sat out there overnight, they were all going to die. At that time, that was almost all the planes I had. That's probably the closest I've ever been to being plane free in my life since that point. It's good. That's good. I mean, again, and that's what the anniversary stands for. I mean, because
obviously the ones that you don't have in active duty, the anniversaries kind of don't mean anything. They do, but they don't. You know, it depends on what they are and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's cool to have a design that long. It's cool to have a plane that long.
I love having a 30-year-old here. She's pretty good. I would take her out there and throw her tomorrow. No problems. This plane has flown in like 5 different states. And quite a few different weathers, you know. And again, stuff like that is really cool for it, so. Like that little wing sweep it's got on there. This is kind of stupid because also this, as it's been through the years, it also has a fin code that just we don't use anymore. But due to her advanced age, we don't bother with replacing it. So, and as you see, also like me and Mark were talking about before, notebook paper. I've got holes back here. It flies really good. This hole was punched with a actual hole punch. This was actually present in the plane, and it's you'll notice it's notebook paper. It's a phase, so it's dual sheeted. So the holes lined up really good. And it didn't initially have these holes, so it had one, and it still flew really, really well. I have no idea why for the first like 100 planes in the phases life they did so well. Typically with having, I mean, again, as a kid you don't think about these things. You just build the planes. I almost always built them with the hole in the back. Like seriously, I could have buried them in the nose so it wouldn't have affected the plane at all. But I always had one in the wing, and for some odd reason the plane worked. I can't explain it. That's just messed up. That is just messed up. And yeah, see, no, that's... Dude, yeah, of course. One of the main reasons, right? Real life translates out into what we do, which is why the core is such a accurate representation. Which is why I like to keep everything the way it is. Because again, you have a plane like that, 10 years old, you can't find anything to beat it. It's easy to build. It's tried and true. Why replace it, right? It's the reason why Javelin's still flying the skies. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've built multiple planes that fly as good as Javelin at one point or another, but most times there's some crucial thing about it that makes them, like, just a little bit off, just there's something I didn't like about it. Its build process was a little too complex, something made it cost more, whatever, and in which case, no, Javelin's going to be the plane, because that plane, capability and cost. I can trust Javelin, and it's a simple build for me, and that's all that matters. So I still, actually, I really do hope I actually build something to better than it. But right now, it's still, yeah. I mean, this plane was only, dude, this is like one of the first Phase 3s. As a matter of fact, I know this, and I do know this for a fact, it started out life as a Phase 2. This one would probably have been one that I called a Phase 1M Block 2, because I cut the STE into it after the fact. And this is when I was starting to crank out Phase 3s, and I was like, no, they're all going to be Phase 3s. I like these. I don't remember how I came to that decision, but I was going to stick with it. Of course. So, I will say this too. Since it's a fly day, or it will be a fly day, I will try to make it a point to fly this during the weekend since I built it. But this is, of course, pending whether or not I can even fly. So don't get your hopes up too high. I will try. That's all I can promise. Yeah. So, kiddies, we're approaching 2 hours into our show, which is about an hour longer than I really kind of wanted to go, because I really want to get this damn thing cut down. You remember I actually did about an hour and a half last week. 2 hours. We got into it. I mean, there's some quiet time. But, it was a pretty good show. I appreciate you guys coming out. Thanks, guys, as always. Pleasure talking to you. We got to get further into this build stuff. Hopefully we can get Robert, you, OAE, even you. I'd like to get you guys involved in the show so we can really do some collaboration on these. It's always cool having the new minds on this. So, was it the actual... Hey, dude, was it the plane that started with the MUPs? Like, when you developed the MUPs, it was the first plane to get them? MUP 2s, yes, but I mean MUPs at all, or... Yeah, Robert. Again, yeah. Again, great to have you guys here. Thanks for showing up. Be here next week. Week 4, month 1 of the Florida lock. Look, I'm calling it already because seriously, I got a few words to say, but I'm not going to do it. Keep building out there, people. And Robert, please keep posting, seeing what you got out there. I will try. I promise you, I'll try to get these videos out there, just like I'm going to try to fly there. I may turn around after the show and post up a couple of videos while they're still on my freaking mind. Because I say that, then I don't do it because I get distracted by another build or another code or another stupid stuff. And I'm trying not to do it this time. So, yeah. See, just now I got distracted because I was trying to figure out exactly when the Phase 3 was built so I could tell exactly, did this start out life as a 2 or a 3? I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Here I go. I know when they retired. Easy to say retired, but I just don't know when it did. There it is, Phase 3. JY2290. So, I thought I just couldn't remember if it was 91 or 90 because I think Phase 4 cranked out 2 years later. 3 years later. Okay. So, Phase 3 hasn't only been in existence. So, this one did definitely start out life as a Phase 2. And I said, no, and cut it. Changes are made as you go through. So, that's what happened. Sky Warrior being the fancy plane. See, this is why you need your own channel again, OA. Or you need to update yours because stuff like that, too, is cool. You could do a little featurette on it. like say 10 years flying Sky Warrior, just a little clip, showing. It doesn't have to show how to build, just like show its highlights. And it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you would do with it, but it would just be something cool. But anyway, okay, seriously, guys, thanks for coming out. Anybody else out there watching, listening, appreciate you. You know us. We'll be here. Hopefully you'll be there. Build something for us. If you're keeping track of them one-a-days or you're participating in the one-a-days, build something else for us and let us know. Hal, take a video and let us see it fly. Especially you people out down there in the better climates for flying, because you know us up here. If we have a real life and we have a short climate day, oh well. You imagine people in Alaska, they don't even get to fly. Although they might be the pioneers of glow-in-the-dark / lighted planes.
But whatever.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you. And as always, people, keep 'em flying.